Hi class, it's me, Miss Collie, coming at you from my home on this snowy Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I haven't seen you since last Tuesday. So I hope you all have been safe and enjoying your time off, and I hope you had a blast at the Valentine's Day party on Friday. I was super bummed I could not be there. But anyway, so this video, I want to go over what is in my Google Classroom and what is expected of you today on Monday, all right? So I'm going to guide you through the assignments, show you what I want you to do so that you'll be able to do it at home, okay? So I'm going to share my screen. All right, so you're going to go to Miss Colley's classroom, all right? Now I want you to select classwork like normal. This is what you normally do. So today is February 15th, okay? So this is February 15th. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to watch the video Shapes All Around Us, okay? So this is a Dynamath video. So you will need to use the login code BumpSleep3 to watch it, right? Logging in, okay? So when you get to this page, I'm already logged in, so that's why I'm already here. When you get to this page, it is this first video, Shapes All Around Us. I know there's other videos with the same title, but it's this one here with the pyramid. Okay, and I just want you to click on that, and then it will start playing for you, okay? Now, when you're done with this, I want you to move on to the next thing in my Google Classroom, which is this geometry vocabulary. So open it up. I want you to review the Google Doc below, and I want you to write these vocabulary words in your math journal. Draw a picture next to the definition like I did on the Google Doc. You can use markers, colored pencils, or just a regular pencil. It's really up to you. And we're going to keep adding to this in the future. So I wouldn't immediately write after this. I would maybe save some pages in your journal because we're going to add to this. And I'd really like for all of your words to be together. So I'm going to look at the Google Doc. So like I said, we are starting a whole new lesson on geometry. So these are just words about geometry. And what I want us to really focus on today are lines and pairs of lines. And I know a lot of you, you're like, I know what a line is, and that's wonderful. But this is more a review for you, or maybe you don't really know the definition of a line. So this is new for you, and that's fine either way. So let's look at these definitions. Geometry. So geometry is a kind of mathematics that explains how to build or draw shapes, measure them, and compare them. Okay. So scroll down. My next word is point. A point is an exact location in space. So I drew my point, okay? My next word, line. A line is a straight path of points that goes on forever in two directions. Okay, and I drew my line here. Line segment. A line segment is part of a line. It has two endpoints. Its midpoint is halfway between the endpoints. Okay, so here's my line segment. Okay, see how there's 2 points at each of the line? And right here, right in the middle is my midpoint. Okay, so you can think of midpoint as middle. Might help. Next is ray. A ray is a part of a line. It has one endpoint and extends forever in only one direction. So here's my picture of my ray. You see this arrow? This means that it's going on forever in this direction, okay? My next word is plane. A plane is an endless flat surface, okay? So here is a picture. Make sure you draw your arrows. An arrow is just showing that it goes on forever. So endless, forever, those words, that is what an arrow shows when you look at a line, okay? So here's my picture. Okay, our next word is perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines are intersecting lines that form square corners, okay? So here are my intersecting lines, right? RS and FH. And what makes it perpendicular, do you see that square in the middle? That is a right angle. So whenever two lines connect, are intersecting lines, and they form that square, that's perpendicular. And it can kind of confusing because intersecting lines are very similar. So intersecting lines are lines that pass through the same point. Okay, so see, this doesn't make a right triangle, so there's not a square there, so it's not perpendicular, but it is intersecting because they are passing through the same point, which is right here. Okay, the next word is parallel lines, lines that never cross and stay the same distance apart. Okay, so these lines, they're always going to be this same distance apart from each other. They're never going to touch and they're never going to cross. Okay, so my next word is a vertical line runs up and down. So here's a line and it's just running up and down. A horizontal line runs from left to right. So here's my horizontal line. It runs from left to right. Okay, and my last word is transversal. A line that intersects two or more lines. Okay, so here's the intersecting lines and see how it goes through two lines. When it goes through two lines or more, it is transversal. Okay, so I want you to write all of these definitions in your math journal, okay? And you can use color. I did. I really had fun with that. So maybe you'll have fun with that too. So take some time on your own and go through these and copy them into your journal. All right, when you're done, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so whenever you're done doing your vocabulary words, and take as much time as you need, have as much fun with it as you want, or if you just want to write them down and move on, that is fine. But the next thing I want you to do is I want you to go and complete this Edpuzzle video. Okay. Okay, so I want you to watch this or complete the Edpuzzle video, points, lines, and planes. Okay, so whenever you go to Edpuzzle, this is really important. I have a class code that is probably different than Miss Taylor's, so you're going to have to enter my class code so you can access this video, all right? So if you email me and you're like, Miss Colley, I can't get into this, it's probably because you're not using my code. You're trying to find it on Miss Taylor's class. So make sure you use this code, this AZOSORO. Make sure you use that when you get there. So it will lead you to my classroom. And you'll see this video and I just want you to watch it and answer the questions. Some of them are just notes, so just read the note and you can move on. It's not even a question, just for you to have extra information. Okay, so whenever you're done with this, I want you to move on to the BrainPop video, okay? So this says, click on the link below and enter the code bumper6353. Now I know we tried to do this in class the other day and I messed up. And I didn't understand that you needed to create a login. So that is what I'm asking you to do now. So I want you to log in if you already have a login for BrainPop from a past class. So if you have it for Ms. Taylor's class, log into that. If you had it for a class last year or maybe a specials class, use that. That's great. If you don't have a login for BrainPop, create a login using your name and your class number. So that's really important. Make sure you use your name. You can use your first initial and your last name and your class number. I don't want to see weird names in there that I don't recognize, okay? And then after you create your login, I want you to watch the video, Parallel and Perpendicular Lines, all right? So let's look here. I'm going to click on the link. maybe. Okay. So right here at the top, see where it says enter code? Okay. That is where you're going to enter my code, which is bumper 6353. If you don't remember, just tab here. It's right here. Bumper 6353. Go back to that tab. Hit submit. Okay. So you're about to join Miss Taylor's 5th grade. Now, I know that's confusing because I'm not Miss Taylor, but I put Miss Taylor's 5th grade here so that you would recognize your class. Okay. So go ahead and you can either log in or create an account. So if you create an account, might take a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to put my first name, which is Miss. Well, it's Allison, but my last name is Colley. Okay. So my name's already been taken, but I'm going to enter my number. So let's see, my number is 31. Okay. So I'm going to make a password. I would use a password you're familiar with and use a lot. Create account. It says congratulations. Wonderful. So now I'm going to log in. Now here's where I'm going to enter a Colley 31. I'm going to put in my password. Okay, log in. So right here, it says notifications. So I'm going to click on my notifications, or I can go to dashboard. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to click on dashboard. All right. So it says current assignments, parallel and perpendicular lines movie. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, then I'm going to go to go on the movie. And then I'm just going to click play down here. I can make it big if I want. And there we go. Okay, so go ahead and watch that. And then when you're done, I want you to move on to the next thing in my Google Classroom. All right. So the next thing I have assigned to each of you is Geometry Identifying Lines worksheet. So I want you to complete the worksheet in the Google Doc below, okay? So you're gonna click on this. This is the worksheets. Okay, so I can't write on this. There was not a way to make it where you could edit it, which is fine. But I did make a Google Doc. So go ahead and open those both up at the same time and just kind of tab between the two of them so that you can answer the questions in a Google Doc. That way I can see your work and I'll know that you were able to complete it, or if you have any issues, definitely email me. Also, we're going to meet twice today. So if you start really early in the morning, you can catch me at our 9 a.m. meeting, or maybe later in the day at 2. But definitely don't feel like you have to wait. If you have a question, please email me. I'll be watching my email. I will be able to respond to you quickly. So don't worry. If you have any problems, I am available, okay? Hopefully your internet is better than mine. Okay. So here is the worksheet. This is where I want you to answer your questions, okay? So there are 3 worksheets, worksheet 1, worksheet 2, and worksheet 3. Okay, so waiting for it to load. So here's worksheet 1. Worksheet 2 is page 2, and then worksheet 3, okay? So just tab back and forth between this and your Google Doc, which will show up eventually here, and answer the questions, okay? So that's all I have for you today to do in math. To you, it may seem, oh, like this is a lot, but this is all you have to do for me. So I think you can do it. You're perfectly capable, and definitely ask me any questions. I really, really want you to ask me questions if you get confused. That's what this whole purpose of this video was, to show you step by step what I want you to do and how I want you to do it. Also, make sure you're doing the work in Miss Taylor's class. There still are the daily tasks you need to do, like ST Math and Alexia. So make sure you're checking out her Google Classroom too, to make sure you're getting everything you need done today. I will see you in the meetings today. I'm really excited to see you. Get back to, there we go. Anyway, I'm really excited to see you. And I'll talk to you if you have any questions. I hope you are staying warm today and tomorrow, all week. It's been cold forever, it feels like. And I look forward to talking to you and having any questions answered, and we will go over it. I know this can be confusing. You're used to seeing me in person, and I'm able to answer your questions, but hopefully this video has helped guide you through what I want you to do. Anyway, I will see you in the meetings, and I want to repeat, ask email questions. That is how I will answer them. And so I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right? Or today. It's today.